President Chartrand, thanks for joining us. How do you reflect on Manitoba's 150th birthday?
Well, with great pride, of course, and we resonate back into the founding of this province by Lou Riel and the provincial government 150 years ago. And one of the things that we should all be proud of as Indigenous people, and definitely as Canadians, it's the first Indigenous-led government that ever negotiated a province into Confederation. So that truly is one that carries a lot of significance and carries a message that's not been told in our educational institutions, but one of great pride in our nation. And I think it's a great time for all of us to celebrate. Riel's vision is coming to reality. He's defended French rights and religious denominations in schools, etc. So it's an important time for all of us to recognize that important time in history.
It's been announced that the Manitoba Metis Federation has purchased the iconic Bank of Montreal property on Portage in Main in Winnipeg with the goal of turning it into a Métis Nation Heritage Centre. What do you envision there?
Well, there'll be several fronts. It's if you ever been in there, Dennis, it's actually quite large. It's quite large. The second floor is made up of bank employees that are working for the Royal Bank. Their offices are located on the second floor. The main floor, of course, has such a magnificent look of history attached to it with large pillars. There's actually a gold-plated roof, a real gold-plated roof. But you look at the dynamics of the outside. It's got a World War I veteran in the front of it, which you know personally my passion towards veterans. And so when you look at it overall, the image of this particular bank, built in 1913, has a lot of symbolism to its history as a Bank of Montreal being a small little outfit in Montreal back in the establishment in 1817, and where it's become now probably I think the fifth or third largest bank in North America. But it really is, and it dealt with the Northwest, let's not forget that, company and Hudson Bay during the massive fur trade dilemma that took place in this country, and where the Métis were pivotal in that trade. So the bank was actually involved in that. So it's that kind of history coming back to connect each other, Dennis.
The MMF in the province had obviously major celebrations planned this year to mark the anniversary, and of course those have been put on hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Does the MMF have any other plans in mind, a way to celebrate this milestone?
Well, the province had plans to celebrate 150, but not with Indigenous people. The province had plans to celebrate itself. As you know, today, the Premier sent out a press release, and not once has he mentioned the Métis people, Lou Riel, in any capacity as the founder and father of Manitoba. Nowhere in his video commending 150 celebration of recognizing Manitoba, his press release, nor does he mention even Indigenous people who were here before anybody else. So we have a lot of respect. I have personal respect for Treaty 1 and all of the First Nations that carry a long history in the part of Canada, and especially Western Canada. But the Premier doesn't even mention any capacity to that. So, you know, I don't know how he was planning to celebrate, truly not with us. But we're still going to go ahead with some plans, Dennis. We still have some ideas. We're actually working on a partnership with CTV right now. Who've approached us, and we approached them, and actually having a 1 hour show on music that'll be displayed in all the top historical sites in Winnipeg and around Manitoba, where we can put some of our top musicians in play. And that 1 hour show, I think, is going to carry a lot of magnificent messages about 150, and the pride we all have as Métis people, Indigenous people. You know, even though this province doesn't want to celebrate with us, we can still celebrate with all other Manitobas. We don't have to celebrate with Pallister. He doesn't want us. Hey, who cares? We can still have a damn good time without him. And as I said today, he's not ruining my 150 day today. COVID's not ruining it for us today. This is a day to be proud as Métis leaders and as Métis Nation and as Indigenous people and as all Manitobans. We have a beautiful province, and I think we need to embrace that and let nobody take it from us, and let's be proud of who we are and what we have in this beautiful country.
President Chartrand, will have to leave it there, but appreciate you taking some time for us.
Thanks for calling, Dennis, and keep up the good work. In fact, you might want to move next door to us. You give me a buzz, huh?
Okay. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Talk, buddy.
Thanks.